felt that your smartphone navigation has sent you down the garden path? Or like in this case of a Toyota Fortuner SUV in Kerala recently, down a set of stairs? Well, it happens to the best of us. So what should you do? Keep watching this video to find out more. Hi, I'm Kushan Mitra, contributing editor and automotive journalist here at ThePrint. Tales of horror with navigation are almost an everyday thing. You hear about some case in India or anywhere across the world where somebody's been led into a field or into a lake because they were following navigation blindly. In fact, recently it's happened with us as well at ThePrint. We were at Sanchi shooting the stupa, after which we decided to go to another set of old Buddhist monuments at a place called Sadhara. Now, Sadhara is not visited by many people, and the route from Sanchi to Sadhara actually took us through a field of wheat. Now, the farmer had, I guess, being frustrated after so many cars were driving through his field, put a set of logs over there so we couldn't go through it. And even if we could, the Sonnet, as capable a car as it is, I wouldn't want to take it through a wet field. By the way, do watch that video. It's a pretty awesome video. Thankfully, a local told us an alternative route, which is not marked on any smartphone navigation. We had an Android phone, an Apple phone. So there were multiple navigation options. We are also using different navigation apps and even using the Cars app at the end of it. Now, there's no substitute for local knowledge. In fact, when you do travel to an unfamiliar place, as good as navigation has become, if a place is slightly off the beaten track, not near the main road or highway, do ask a local whether your vehicle can go through that place, because navigation systems on your smartphone, whether using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto or using some other third-party app, very often do not account for the size of the vehicle. A motorcycle can go through almost anything, but not every car can go everywhere. You can take a WagonR down some narrow roads, but you can't take an MG Gloster down some narrow roads. In fact, when we did the video for Maruti Suzuki with the Jimny up in Chakrata, Uttarakhand, the hotel where we were staying at, the manager looked at the car and said, this car can go down the shortcut because it's a Jimny, and the Jimny is a go anywhere 4x4. If I had a BMW or Audi SUV as capable as those cars are, would I want to take it down a road that was that rough? It was a pretty awesome route on the Jimny. I wouldn't take a BMW, Audi, or Mercedes SUV on that road because I'm afraid it would get damaged. The paint would get scratched, even though the car could possibly plow through that road. So you always have to account for the state of the road. You have to account for the quality of the route as well. You can take smaller, lighter vehicles down certain roads. You wouldn't take a big, heavy vehicle down certain roads. You also need to account for the fact is it going through populated areas? At night, do you want to take the shortcut? These are commonsensical tips. Of course, navigation systems are also not perfect. If you, for example, live in Delhi, you know several localities shut off major gates at night. Getting into a colony in Delhi is a challenge at night because more than half sometimes, just a couple of gates are open and you have to loop around a long way. So call up your friend or wherever you're going and find out which gate is open, which gate is closed. There is still no substitute for human knowledge, no matter how much artificial intelligence is there. When you're going somewhere, when you're using navigation, there is no harm in asking. Of course, you're following the main road. It's usually good. But even there can be problems. Yesterday itself, I had to go from Delhi to Gurugram for a meeting. And because, as usual, there was a massive jam on top of Mahipalpur flyover, navigation suggested to the taxi I was in that we go through the unconstructed bits of the Dwarka Expressway. Unfortunately, I'd fallen asleep at the back seat. So the taxi driver took us through that road. I only woke up because the car was jerking and shaking about. It was a Hyundai Aura, so we could still do that. Thank God it was not a big car, but the roads it took us through were very narrow, very light. But then we got to see bits of the new Dwarka Expressway, and it looks fantastic. So when using navigation, please keep your wits about you. Navigation is not perfect, but that said, navigation has made life a lot easier for people like me who travel all over the country and all over the world, places that are unfamiliar to me and unfamiliar to many of us. Always ask, the hotel manager where you're staying or the panwala on the side of the road, ye rasta theek hai ki nahi? It's the same thing that our parents used to do. Navigation makes life a lot easier. Follow it for main roads, but when you're going down the inside tracks, ask around. Ask them if the car you are in can go down that thing. This is just common sense. We do a lot of automotive content now here at The Print. So do like and subscribe to The Print for more such amazing videos that we are doing. There's a lot more stuff coming up in the next few months. Thank you so much for watching.